Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Not really. It's been a very stressful Monday morning. Set my alarm even 10 minutes earlier, and I'm still running behind schedule. And we were supposed to get some weather here. Supposed to get some rain this week. So right now, I don't know if it's drizzling, like a mist, or what it is. But nonetheless, we are out in it. So hoorah. Yeah, my concerns are coming forward. It just was zooming while I touched that stupid camera control button, so as much as I was looking forward to it, it's not working for me. And there's pine cones falling and everything, or pine needles. It's snowing pine needles. And the light's not coming on. There we go. Alright. It's gonna have to be a quick walk because it's already going. It's 5:30 already. I got like 15 minutes to leave. I gotta get breakfast heated up. I gotta get lunch around. Which basically, we got one sausage left, I think, in the container, and I got some leftover pasta from the other night. So that's going to be it for me, and get myself moving here. But yeah, just so honestly, the outro was recorded this morning on the Pocket. Right now, you're on the iPhone because of it being low light and just this being simpler. I'm recording the first of the two clips. Shell wrapped herself up in the Mac cable because I took everything with me, thinking I was going to have time at my mom's to try to edit. I was too busy cutting trimming, and ripped the cable right out of the freaking computer. That was the start of the downfall. So, anyways, we're not going to go too much further. So start doing your business. Feels like, I don't know, when I showed the sky. Feels like it's picking that up a lot better than the 15 did. Although it is kind of hazy. Oh goody, we got a number 2 going. Oh, the camera control actually works for Final Cut. I don't think it does anything for it. I'm just kind of curious though. It's actually, I don't think I have the Evo. I don't even know I have stabilization on. I did not have stabilization on it. I also don't have flash because this doesn't have it. And I don't know if my Evo is reset. It's not. I'll get that turned down. At least you can do that while you're recording. Of course, without having the flash on, it's kind of stupid to knock that down. But the button does work to start and stop, but it doesn't do any of the other features. I am not doing good with time management. I try to get too much done in too little time. Alrighty, we are on our way. New hire comes in today. So from what they told me when they were putting the job posting up, it had to be posted for 5 days. And it's supposed to be done Thursday, and it didn't go through. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, would be 5. So early this week, well, it looks like it won't be announced until Wednesday. But I mean, I'm not counting my chickens. I mean, I've been passed over before when I clearly should have had the spot. But this isn't Walmart either. I don't know. I'm hopeful, very, very hopeful, because, yeah. So we open today 6 to 1:15, off tomorrow. Then I think we're 1:15 to 8:30 on Wednesday, 10 to 5 on Thursday. I think I'm back to 6 to 1 on Friday, Saturday 6 to 1:30, and then 4:30 to 8:30. And I didn't look at Sunday. Most likely I open. So I'm going to work like 1.5 shifts and then go back in and open again. Yeah. Saturday night. I honestly, I don't know how I'm even making a video Saturday. With that all being said, I don't know how I'm doing it. But I am going over to my mom's on Saturday afternoon to have lunch, spend some time with her, and then go back to work. Alright, it's starting to drizzle a little bit here. I think today's like 66% chance of rain. Wednesday, I think, is like 98. Something like that. I don't know. It might have changed now. Today wasn't supposed to be that bad, but you know, the weathermen are always guessing. One thing I'd really like to do, and I might try it with the ultra wide lens, especially if we get some rain, I really want to get a better suction cup for the window. But if there's a way to make the Pocket not lose focus like the iPhone did. I mean, I know how to make the iPhone not lose focus, and that would have been putting in an ultra wide. But ultra wide is not an option in 120 frames per second. But I'd really like to get this, if I could put this in the window, because I feel like the Action, it does a decent job, but it has a little problem, especially with nighttime ones, really low light. It looked, certain shots look very, very grainy. But it did pull out the lightning. That one at the end was like 17 frames of 60 that it grabbed. So, because you saw how I had it expanded, and I was literally tapping through frame by frame. I got 17 shots of the different lightning. So, it's pretty crazy. But if I could figure out how to make this thing not see the water droplets and do lightning, I think the 1-inch sensor on this would do a fabulous job. And I don't think there's any way to turn autofocus off. But there is 2 different modes. One's continuous, and I forget what the other one's called. That might actually do it. If we get rain today, I'm going to try to figure out how to do this, and then I'm going to definitely look at a much better, because I don't want this thing falling and breaking, because it keeps the suction cup will stay for a lot. And honestly, the Pocket's so light, it shouldn't really be that big of a problem, considering I had 2 cameras on it the other day, but I was holding it. It did fall once, but then I got it to hold. But it's very, very old and very weak. Alrighty, everybody, how you doing? It is time to go home finally. Running late. Trying to see. Alright, so this is in continuous focus. Let me see something once. I know there's a different focus mode on this Pocket. Alright, so there's single focus. Can I change it though? Well, I'm going to have to get the raindrops off the car and then see if it won't stay locked then. Alright, so we get it clear. And boy, oh boy. Trying to get it out there is the hard part. I don't think, it looks blurry on the screen to me. Trying to, okay. That's not gonna work. Yeah, see, I'm afraid as soon as the raindrops start getting closer, so far they're staying out of focus. I don't know if there's a focus lock on this. I'm going to have to look that up. Alright, well, we can play with it a little bit at home. You can tell that it's going to be a really fun afternoon of just probably laying with the dogs in the house, like I do a lot of times. Yeah, so here's the thing. And I'm gonna do some research and whatnot here. On the Action 5 to see if it's better at night quality. Like I said, I had some grain, some serious grain. Single shoot 4K 60 in low light really well. I mean, I do it on the constant. Kind of wish we'd get a little bit of thunder and lightning and I could kind of test it out. And the other flip side is I really wish I could find a suction mount in a store, but that's not going to be something I'm going to find. The only thing that used to be available was the Joby one, and I destroyed one of them trying to make the rig up for the car for the phone. I needed something low, and that did not work, so I got that replaced. And that one apparently, I don't know, it just got flexed and it wouldn't suction anymore, and Best Buy quit carrying them altogether. I don't even think they're on their website anymore. I don't even know if the Joby suction mount is even a thing anymore, because they advertised it heavily for GoPros and stuff. You can mount it to the door of your car and go down the road at 100 miles an hour. I think they probably destroyed a lot of GoPros and pull the product. So that's my thinking. But yeah, I mean, and this is exactly what would happen on the window. I mean, I've rain-xed it, and the water doesn't. There's no air to move it and roll it down. It doesn't. I can try it again, but not today, because my bed will be soaking wet if I pull the window in to do that. The thing is, the Pocket sits up higher, so I actually can mount to a lower window and maybe get a little better angle. And I want to kind of try and see if the ultra wide doesn't give me maybe a little less focus. I don't know if that lens affects it at all, focus-wise, but it'd give me a little bit wider shot. At least I recorded with both, and I got that one lightning strike. That would have, I mean, I saw it in blur. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go through another bunch of footage. Thank goodness that was only a 36-minute clip. But with it having it expanded out to where you were going like 1 second for every like 12 inches of timeline you moved, yeah, that was, it made for precise cutting, but it was a very tedious process. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on at work. Things are, I don't even want to get into it. I really don't. But it's like, I'm kind of, let me put it this way. I'm kind of surprised I'm not still working today or coming back to help, but I'm not. So that's good, because I told him, I was like, listen, I don't even know how many days I work after tomorrow. Tomorrow's day off. Yay! I can go into relax mode. I am stripping my bed and throwing everything in the laundry, because every time I get in the bed, I have to brush off freaking cat litter. It's driving me batty. And then I feel like I'm continuously getting bit by something. I don't know what to do there. I don't think it's bed bugs. It's just bugs coming in. Very annoying. School bus. Very wide school bus. Let me jump in the gutter and drive up the wall here, bud. Ow. The hell was that? Oh, I hate this road sometimes. I just want to do a little test, see if the wiper blades mess it up. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, that was fun trying to get the mic to reconnect. I had a problem with the Action 4 again. I don't know, watching some videos on the Action 5, and definitely seems like it is a visually quality-wise, it seems like there has been some improvements. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but laid down, took a little bit of a nap, and then flipping through, and iOS 18.1 beta 5 just came out, so that is currently installing in the iPhone right now. Mateo doesn't want anything to be a dude being out here. It is like a misting right now. It's actually kind of brisk. Could have probably kept pants on, to be honest with you, instead of shorts. Oh yes, yeah, I haven't filmed with this thing since the Pocket really showed up, and sometimes I feel like I'm neglecting it, which is kind of why at the same time I'm like hesitant to even think about getting the 5. Like I said, I would just go with the base model, and there's a high possibility that this one here would actually get sold to Tim, because he's thinking about getting one. I just don't know if I want to part way with extra batteries. But like I said, if you have a bigger battery to start with that can shoot up to like 4 hours, for me it would probably not be that much, but because 4K 60, forget what the time is on that. And if you end up getting the multi-function charging, whatever they're calling it, I can't find it. I found it once on Amazon, now I can't find it again. Like I said, it was out into like first week of October or something like that. I'm trying to stay out of the rain because I have the microphone exposed. But the connection to the microphone being quicker would be very helpful, because this one's a pain in the you-know-what. The image quality, pretty impressive, and for doing like the lightning and stuff, would be higher quality. My other option is to actually get the tripod set up. I don't know if that control is Bluetooth, that you wouldn't have to have it plugged in, and you could actually operate it, so I could have it outside the window. Pull the window down, have a suction cup outside the window, and just plop the camera on, and then just put the window back up and be able to control it. That's something I need to find out, because that would make a huge difference. If not, you go with the remote handle, like the watch thing, if you don't have that. Because honestly, with an action camera, yeah, it's convenient, especially for like taking pictures and stuff, but it's not necessary. But if you're gonna do like, if we were still doing our adventures and whatnot, it might be a little more of an enticing feature, but I don't know. I think the damn remote thing is about the same. I don't even need to do that, dummy. The Mimo app. So we're still in 60 frames per second, and I can see him pretty clearly. I know I have it set up for lower light, so let me switch over to that one. Now we switch over to 30 frames per second. Now granted, there is some daylight coming in yet, but fairly dark in here because of it being a cloudy, rainy day. Little turd. I'm not sure what the hell that mode was. Still in 4K 30. The toughest little dog to film. Like I said, he's got the brown on his face and his chest, his legs, and his butt. But then you get the gray and the black together with his marl color. Now, right now, you can't see any pattern on him. No, and apparently they updated the screens too, which I'm kind of curious if they're no longer a problem with polarized lenses, because they're OLED displays now, and everybody keeps saying they're much brighter than they were previous model in this model. So it's really cool though that a lot of these accessories do back up. The battery handle doesn't go back to the 3, but the batteries do. So if you had a 3 and got a 4, you could have like a ton of batteries, just get a basic camera. When the main heavy duty battery goes down, you still have a slew of batteries to use for it. So, and I'm just using the extended handle right now, because handheld holding these things is sometimes a little bit bad choice. Unlike it's how I used to do the GoPro all the time. That's why having the button, like right now for vlogging, just go click, instead of having to... Yeah, this is slightly suspect. I'm hoping this is good news. But the manager just texted me and asked me to come up, if I could stop by the store real quick, so I'm out there tomorrow. Fingers crossed it is what I'm thinking it is. Alright, so Beta 5 is on there. Butch was actually... my boss is Brandon as well. Went over the iOS 18, and he said that he was actually having some sensitivity issues that is a known issue with the 16 Pro Maxes, not any of the other iPhone 16s. So I don't know if I've necessarily had an issue. Oh shit, I can't see because of equipment here. Idiots got a goddamn bulldozer in front of the frickin' road. But apparently there's supposed to be a different type of zoom that actually takes you from lens to lens. I'm going to have to rewatch that back so I can put it on that mode, because that way you're not digitally zooming. and it'll jump you from 1 to 2, or 1, 2 to 5. I don't know if you can incrementally zoom after that fact, but then it actually will let you switch to, maybe it's only when you're not recording. I didn't see it just now, but I'll have to watch back. Since I'm running all the betas and stuff, it's not that big of a deal. And then the other associate's trying to get me to switch into a morning from my 10 to 5 on Thursday. I thought he was trying to take my morning, but I closed Wednesday, and then I was 10 to 5. This way I close and then open. See what time he was scheduled till. He's part-time, but normally he works till like 1 or usually 1 o'clock. I don't care. This week is such a mess already. And yeah, the other associate, he has his own landscape or his own construction business, so he said the weather has kind of screwed him up and he needs to switch schedules. So that's fine. I'll bring that up with the manager and see what he was scheduled to work. Another weird one today, guys. I know, it's just I'm gotta remember, I don't wake up in the morning and go, okay, this is gonna be the vlog. My little tagline, what the hell did I call this? Real life or something? I don't remember. I honestly don't freaking remember. It's somewhere in the bio. Yeah, I don't plan. I just kind of do. Whatever happens is, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's things that I don't feel like need to be in the vlog. Like what just happened trying to get out of that road. I'm sure I edited myself quite a bit there. But yeah, I don't plan. I if I try to plan something, it never works. It never works. So that's part of the reason I don't bother planning. Just for fun, let's see what the iPhone does with raindrops. I mean, it's misting right now, so it's not the big ones. I want to see if it still goes out of focus. Probably eventually will. Now, if I have it high enough, which I don't think it is on this mount, it will actually switch over to macro mode, and then it will not interrupt it. Let me just let the wipers off. So far, so good. At least with the phone, you can actually tell it's, clean, clear, or blurry. The Pocket, that little screen is it's so small, it's difficult to tell when it goes blurry. Now, I could see it earlier when I was at work, but I could not see it on the way home until a little later on. I'm curious to see that footage back. So far, it's staying out there, and the mist is getting pretty heavy on the windshield. If it was bigger drops, I think it would definitely interfere. There it goes. There it goes. See if we can come up front of the bridge. Nope, it lost it. It did lose it. Okay. Now, one trick is to ultra wide, and then it doesn't do that. Although with having autofocus on there, that could potentially cause a problem. Now that new mount actually tilts a little bit, so I could actually lift you guys up over more of the dash than there's there. So, something to think about. I don't like the spring load on that mount. It's just too tight. Trying to put these big phones in there, that was a struggle. Alrighty, we're just gonna have that on the ultra wide. I did have to take off my filter because the ultra wide kept trying to go on there sideways. So I'm not sure why. I'm just gonna see here. I really don't want the apartments in the shot, but I guess I could take the ultra wide off just to give you an idea. Because it doesn't do a ton. Yeah, that might not actually be bad.
Should also be aware that the shutter speeds will affect how your video looks and feels. A really high shutter speed will make the
Unfortunately, we don't have any lightning tonight. But yeah, I got this thing to mount pretty decent and got this tightened up. It's really tight on the suction, so. Nice thing is, I have the battery on there to get it up. I could actually bring it down lower on the window if I wanted to. But with the gimbal, it doesn't really matter. And there are some speckles on there, so, but it looks like it's in focus. Before I go too far, I'm just gonna import and see if it is. If it was drizzling, if it starts raining again, I'll try it again. And I didn't do anything setting-wise right now, so. Oh, why not pull out the fourth camera for the night? Pixel time! Come on, go pee-pees! Hurry up! It's been misting basically all day. Well, it did rain, but yeah, in the lights you can see. That's the kind of rain we've had. It's just kind of annoying. It's really bad for driving. And see what I'm talking about with the green lights? Mm-hmm. Complete outline of the floodlight. That is crazy. So, even the Pixel has it. Now I know how to test them, though. I can always bring the other one out here and do it. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to call it a night. It's like 9:30. Terry just left. So, they had their snacky snack, so Priya's belly stays, somewhat full, and she seems to be working. There's very few mornings now since we started doing that she has problems. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Good night, and stay safe.